I'm going to introduce this company called Clueso. These guys are graduated from IIT Madras in 2023. And you've heard about what has been happening in IIT Madras over the recent past or maybe the distant past. They are going to tell you how they benefited from all of the good deeds that some and many of the in this room have done. So here is Akash and his partner Neil. They're going to give you a brief story about how they got where they are.
Thank you so much, Naren. Hi, everyone. My name is Akash. I'm a co-founder at a startup called Clueso. As Naren mentioned, we graduated from IIT Madras last year. So we jumped on the first opportunity we could to be in. Oh, yes, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, last year, that's 2023, and we're from Alak, which is the best hostel in Instay. And I studied engineering design. I don't know how many else of you were around when engineering design was even a branch at IIT Madras. But yeah, so before I start, I'm going to show a quick video just introducing what our company does, and then I'll talk
Welcome
about
to Clueso. Clueso is the fastest way for companies to create instructional videos and documentation for their product. Our AI tool turns ordinary screen recordings into step-by-step documentation and studio-quality tutorial videos in minutes. Say we have this rough screen clip explaining how to create a list on HubSpot.
All right. In today's session, we will learn about HubSpot lists. Lists in HubSpot.
Now let's see how Clueso can generate documentation and a high-quality video from this screen recording. We'll start by uploading our screen recording to Clueso and giving it a few seconds to process. In seconds, Clueso AI creates a step-by-step article with perfectly cropped GIFs and screenshots. To get our revamped video, we'll head to the Video tab. With Clueso, you have full flexibility to edit your video's script. You can make any changes you like right here. It's as simple as editing a doc. You can even let our AI create the perfect script for you. Now, we'll choose a voice for our video. Clueso gives you a number of different voices and accents to choose from. I'm Matilda, let's pick me. Finally, we'll hit the Generate button. Clueso will swap out your voiceover with a more professional one. It also automatically syncs the video to your newly generated audio. And there we have it. Now let's compare the results.
First, click on Contacts. Then, choose Lists.
Start by clicking on Contacts. Then, from the drop-down menu, select Lists. Look to the top right corner and click on the Create List button.
But wait, there's more. Clueso also lets us instantly translate our documentation and videos into any other language. Contacts என்பதை கிளிக் செய்து தொடங்குங்கள். பின்னர் drop down மெனுவிலிருந்து Lists என்பதை தெரிவு செய்யவும். Mira hacia la esquina superior derecha y haz clic en el botón de crear lista.
Dari situ, di panel kiri, pilih jenis daftar yang ingin Anda buat. आज हमारे उदाहरण के लिए हम एक कॉन्टेक्ट बेस्ड लिस्ट चुनेंगे. अब अपनी लिस्ट को एक नाम दें.
And that's how Clueso transforms any screen recording into great documentation and a stunning video in minutes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was a quick intro to what we're building at Clueso. We've been building this throughout our last 2-3 years of our college life, essentially. And I wanted to share a few thoughts about how IITM actually supported us in building our startup. So if we can go to the next slide.
Welcome to Clueso.
Go to the next slide. Yeah, awesome. All right, sorry about that technical glitch. But quick intro to our backgrounds. We're from the 2023 batch, Neil and I. Our third co-founder, Prajwal, is from the 2022 batch. Prajwal graduated as the best outgoing student of his batch, and Neil and I graduated as the best outgoing entrepreneurs of our batch. We've been, thank you so much. We've been working on Clueso for about 1.5 years now. We're backed by Y Combinator here in the Bay Area, and we've raised about $1.5 million in seed funding and have over 300 plus companies who are using us. So how we essentially started was actually from this one email that we one day discovered in our S-mail inboxes. So until now, we were essentially working in CFI, tinkering on different products. But CFI is a great environment essentially for you to build products. But one thing we never really understood was how to take that product to customers. And that's where essentially this amazing course actually just dropped into our inboxes. And we thought, hey, let's give this a shot. And Professor Ashwin is actually one of the professors of this course. And this really changed our mindset into like thinking about how to build a product and take it to customers as well. So this prompted us essentially to start a startup, which is different from what we're doing today. We built a product called DeskLamp, which was a note-making tool for students. We built the first MVP and actually took that. Sorry, I'm trying to go to the next slide. Yeah. So this is, we took it to Nirman, and Nirman was an amazing place where we were actually able to scale our product from 0 to 25,000 users. Nirman was a great place for us to interact with other startups. Ankit is here. He was one of the other founders in Nirman. Back when we were in Insti, it was a very small shed where there were like 5-6 startups that were working. But in the span of just like 2-3 years, it's grown to an amazing building with so many companies now. And we essentially got a lot of support from Professor Satya, especially at Nirman, to actually build out our company, take the product to customers, and essentially think of ourselves more as a business rather than just a group of guys just tinkering at a lab. Oops. Another great thing that we did at IITM and that IITM offered us was they were incredibly flexible in actually supporting us as we worked super hard throughout our 4 or 5 years in Insti building our company. So we actually tried to get as much as we could out of Insti in terms of building our startup. So Prajwal did his BTech project in our company itself. Our dual degree project also the professors allowed us to do as a project that was related to our company. And I think one of the most interesting things for us is that I actually did my 6-month compulsory internship in my own company itself. You can kind of imagine the the heart attack that our HOD got when I kind of pitched him that I want to do my internship in my own company. But the profs eventually relented, and they were like super encouraging. And because of all of this effort and like the support that we got from Insti, we eventually ended up getting funded by Y Combinator in our final semester. And IITM actually let us do our final semester remotely from San Francisco, not from Chennai. And thank you. Eventually, that essentially led us to where we are today. The final point I'll mention is that IITM continues to support us even after we've graduated. When we were raising our seed round, we were having a really hard time actually getting our first investors on board, and all of our first angel investors were IIT Madras alumni itself. And the fact that we had some of these very high-profile people who actually had worked in our industry before was encouraging for other VCs who did eventually actually fund our company and essentially lead our round. So that's a quick journey of ours, and we have a booth over there at the West Wing, and if you have any questions or would like to hear more, happy to talk in more detail. Thank you so much.
So what did you guys think about this quick journey that these guys had from second year on? Thank you. So it's great that they were able to do what they did because of the infrastructure and ecosystem that's there at IIT, that many of us maybe want to write the JEE again and go back and get into that journey.